Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Loren again. Today we're going to have a buying guide of dishwashers. So kind of a buying guide if you're looking for a dishwasher or in the market for a dishwasher, what to expect and kind of what you want to look for. First thing I'd look at is kind of what's in, how close the dishwasher is relative to your living room. Some people, depending on when they run the dishwasher, they run it at night, so they don't really care on how loud the dishwasher is. But I would take a look at what times you run the dishwasher and if you want the dishwasher to run quieter. All your decibels have decibel ratings, depending on what they are. Most of your entry-level dishwashers are going to be in the 60 decibel range. Your quieter dishwashers, I think, go up to or as low as 43, which really you can't hear at all. Real quick, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration on that. First, we have a plastic tub dishwasher. Most of your plastic tub dishwashers are a little bit louder on the decibels just because they're not as well insulated. So I'm going to kind of give you a demonstration real quick with my cell phone here. Amber's going to give me a phone call. So notice the first one. We're going to try to get this in the camera itself, the noise. But you can still hear a little bit. And obviously the dishwasher while it's running is going to be a little bit louder than that. I'm going to take that same phone and I'm going to put it in a stainless steel interior dishwasher. I may need to recall it here. Still ringing. And that's just insulation of the stainless steel on the inside, and just kind of the quality of the dishwasher all around. The better insulated the dishwasher is, typically, the better the wash too, just kind of in our experience of what we've seen. Next popular feature that we want to look at, guys, a lot of things that people look for are the Sanitizing Cycles. This is a longer cycle and it's also a higher temperature. So most of your upper end dishwashers are going to have it. This one in particular, here's the KitchenAid. This is also our scratch and dent section, hence our handwritten tags and kind of the plastic and stuff on it. First thing, you got the high temp wash and also the sanitized rinse. That's just a higher temperature cycle. It's able to kill 99.9% of the bacteria on there. And given the kind of COVID-19 coronavirus that's going around right now, a lot of people are looking for those cycles to kind of keep things sanitized. That's kind of an important feature, especially with what's going on. Next to location on where your dishwasher is relative to kind of your living space and where you might have people over, you also want to look at the kitchen itself and kind of the design of the cabinets. One thing that people look for are the pocketed handle, depending on what you have. Some people have cabinets right next to each other, so imagine if I have cabinets and I'm pulling out here, this pocket handle is not going to get in the way. This other handle might get in the way if I have a drawer right next to it. It's also kind of a style preference depending on what you like. Most of your dishwashers are going to have either the features or your settings on the top of the dishwasher. So when this is installed, kind of like this guy next door, I'm going to move to this guy. What you do, I can't touch the buttons right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up. I'm going to push the cycle I want. I'm going to push the start button. Once I close it, it's going to start the cycle. Your other typical dishwashers, standard, kind of like this one over here. This is a traditional Danby. So this one, you just have your buttons you push start, or you have the old wine dial, those two. That's kind of another preference that people have. Most of your upper end dishwashers are going to have your controls on the top, but again, it's all preference on what you have. A lot of people that have kids like to have those buttons hidden on the top to where they can't start the dishwasher or play with the buttons. Next thing, guys, is the interior of the dishwasher, and this is all preference on what you use and kind of how you like to wash your dishes. The coating of the dishwasher, these are nylon coated. These are a little bit better. This is an upper end dishwasher. This is a GE. Some of your more entry-level dishwashers have the plastic rubber almost, and you can actually dig your thumb into it, and after a while they will rust. These nylon racks, like on this dishwasher, are a little bit better and will last longer. Number one I would look at is plate settings. So all of your dishwasher are going to have a plate setting count. So depending on how many people you might have in your family, that's something I would take a look at. But the layout. So this one has a lot of spots for your dishes at different angles. Some of these are collapsible. You can move these up or down. Your silverware trays, you're going to have these as well. Another feature I would look for is your top rack, depending on what you're washing. These are great for lids, spatulas, things that are kind of oddball in size and kind of are harder to move around. This one actually has a designated little water spout on the very top of this dishwasher in the back that will kind of spray the water from the top there. So you kind of get a clean wash up there as well. Another feature a lot of people like are the ball bearing racks. You notice this one kind of glides smooth, pretty easy. And it's also adjustable. So if you have taller cups, This is a nice feature. Oh, got this kick foot in the way. So that you can keep things. If you have taller, like a big pot on the bottom, you could raise that up. So if you have a taller cup, I'm just going to push this button here. Lower that down. It leaves you room for a taller cup on the dish. Last thing, guys, is kind of going through your cycles and what you have. These are all preference based. Most of your dishwashers now all have auto sense technology, at least on your upper end dishwashers or kind of your mid lines. What that means is it kind of detects what's leaving the dishwasher, food particles, soaps. Once it starts to get clear and there's more water, it'll actually switch to your rinse cycle. So those auto sense are on most of your upper end dishwashers. That's a big feature that people like. Delay start, that's another thing that a lot of dishwashers have. This one has up to 12 hours. Some people like to run the dishwasher at night, so they load it. They don't want to wait to dial it because maybe they want to watch a movie, so they'll set it for 3 hours. After the movie starts, they could go to bed and not having to worry about pushing the start button. Steam feature, this kind of goes with the sanitize feature, and I'm going to go into depth a little bit on the sanitize feature, and we'll talk about that. Heated dry, this is kind of its own deal here. So heated dry, most of the American manufacturers are still going to have it. Basically, you have this heating element on the bottom. It's going to help produce and just kind of get that get the moisture out of the dishes. Also, the stainless steel tub helps condensate that water away from the dishes to kind of get them dry. That's one of probably the biggest complaints as far as dishwasher goes, is my dishes still come out a little wet. In my experience, there's no dishwasher that's going to leave your dishes completely dry. I think every dishwasher is going to have some type of moisture on cups and on edges of lids and stuff like that. Another thing is kind of the heated dry, the opposite of that. Most of your non-American companies, I guess if you will, are going to have, let's go over here to this LG. They don't have a heating element in their dryer or in the bottom here. So this guy, what it does is it has it's called a condensation dry. So it has a built-in fan. It's going to bring outside air in the dishwasher, and it's going to use this cool stainless steel tub to kind of get that moisture away from the dish. In my experience, most of your LGs, your Bosch, Samsung, that you're going to have a little bit more moisture on those, but they're also a little bit more eco-friendly. Just not having a heating element, you're saving on a little bit on electricity and stuff, as far as what I've been told. So that is one thing to look for. Thanks for watching again, guys, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.